Could you explain what you mean by this natural state? It sounds like you had the beginning drop in that moment. Can you speak more on that?
I can, because that, I think, is our major undertaking, is to do whatever is necessary, whether it's a use of tools, whether it's a use of a playbook of some kind under supervision, whatever it takes to see that we're not natural. We are normal, but we're not natural because we live in a sequence of negativity. We have illusions of ourselves that we're one thing. I'm thinking now of, I don't know if you're familiar with astronomy or astronomical ideas, but it may be a good example. Is there's an asteroid belt. There's a place where asteroids are formed. They're these big hunks of something, and they're formed from dust, and the dust coalesces over thousands and thousands, and sometimes hundreds of thousands and millions of years, and makes a big chunk called an asteroid, and it lives for a certain amount of time, could be half a million years, and then it dissipates. And during that time, we have given names to these asteroids. Each of these asteroids has a name that we've given them. We see them as a something, but in actuality, the asteroid was formed and it will be unformed. And it's formed from all kinds of elements. And I see us in the same way. We have a name, we have a fixed point, we see ourselves in that way. I'm Justin, you're Bill, and we see ourselves in that way. But really, we've been formed by so many elements that have come together for a time, only for a time. And our bodies and our individualities have magnetized those things, and then they dissipate. And then there is no more Justin, there is no more Bill. It's going to be a long time, so don't be concerned. And but since we look at ourselves as solid and not all these component parts, we hold ourselves to something uh, that we can't possibly hold ourselves to. I'm thinking of my high school team. My high school football team was called the Lions, and high school doesn't last for a long time. But if you ask any of those football players, "Are you a lion?" they would say, "Yes, I'm a lion." But they're only a lion for a while. That part of them that plays football is there for a while, and then they're not a lion anymore. And we're, as we are, ever changing from all these different uh, interest groups that form to make us. But we're held to be consistent. We're held to remember things, if you know what I mean. We're held to remember on Thursday what we're supposed to do when we have other interest groups that want us to travel to wherever, to New Jersey or someplace like that. And so the idea of remembering anything without writing it down is remarkable. But we have the illusion that we have to make excuses for our consistency. And that's one of the learning processes that we have to go through, in my view, is seeing ourselves as we are, that we're not one thing. We're a whole community squished into one body, and we don't have to defend that we're one thing, because that's a full-time job. We also don't have to defend that we're frail and that we're easily insulted and we're easily made jealous and we're easily offended. And that's not as it could be, but that is as it is. And so I try, the most difficult part of the part that I play is to get to people who imagine they're okay, to see that there's yet things to be done to be okay, so that you can sit quietly in meditation and really experience what's possible there. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, yeah, it makes a lot of sense.